Hi, it's Danny from Danny's Sports Bar here at Pattaya, looking ahead at the week in the world of sports. And it's a busy week, but unfortunately for us, it's a week where a lot of the most interesting games, events, are very late night or very early morning. The late night games we will show live here. The early morning games we're only going to be able to have replays of. And we'll start with those because the World Series starts Saturday morning our time, 7 o'clock in the morning. We won't have it here live, sorry to say. Dodgers against the Blue Jays. Vlad Guerrero of the Blue Jays against Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers. Should be an interesting series. I know I'll be watching mostly from home. I'll watch some replays here. You can come join me. We'll talk about it during the week. NBA season starts also early morning. It starts this week with the NHL already going. So baseball, basketball, hockey, and NFL all going at the same time in the U.S. Well, let's go over to the rest of the world, because the games there are late night. And two of the interesting games involve Liverpool. Liverpool, as you may or may not know, probably do, lost to Manchester United this past Sunday. We had a huge crowd in here at Danny's Sports Bar. It was their fourth consecutive defeat. Not just no wins. They didn't draw any of those games. They've lost 4 in a row. Liverpool have not lost 5 straight games since 1953. We'll see if that happens this year. You certainly wouldn't expect it to, but right now it's a little much to call them in a crisis. They're not out of it in either the Premier League or the Champions League. Not at all. But there's a little bit more pressure on them than there has been, certainly all since the start of last year when Arne Slot took over. The games they have this week, they'll play on Wednesday night, late night, 2 a.m., away to Frankfurt in the Champions League. Frankfurt, pretty good team, but a team that in normal circumstances you would expect Liverpool to beat. So we'll see what happens with that. Then on Saturday night, another 2 a.m. game, this time in the Premier League, away to Brentford. Not an easy game either. Brentford has beaten some big teams on their own pitch. Liverpool, if they're in good form, again, you'd expect them to win the game, but we'll see what happens with that. So those two games pretty interesting. Champions League, there's a full slate of games, Tuesday night and Wednesday night. 9 games each night, 2 at 11:45, the rest of them at 2 a.m. Real Madrid against Juventus, one of the feature games Wednesday night this week. The 6 English teams divided, 3 of them on Tuesday, 3 of them on Wednesday, all those games at 2 a.m. We also have, obviously, the Premier League this week. We've got Formula One this week, but also very late. The Formula One races in Mexico. It doesn't start Sunday night until 3 a.m. On Saturday night, late night, we have events that we don't always have a chance to show here, but they're different time zone, different earlier. UFC 321 is this week in Abu Dhabi, and the main card starts at 1 a.m., which means often on those UFC events, we only show replays of them. This time we will be showing it live, but you're going to have to stay up late to watch it. And there's also boxing Saturday night. That's even later, about 4:30 in the morning for the main event between Parker and Wardley, a heavyweight bout. Both of them are interim champions, and if who wins may end up fighting Usyk for the undisputed championship, although the way boxing goes, you never know what's going to happen with that. But it could be an interesting fight. I know some people are interested in it. We haven't decided whether we're going to be able to stay open late enough to show that fight or not, but it is going on Saturday night. That's what's going on this week in the world of sports. I know you're going to have to stay up late to watch the games you want to watch or get up very early, but it's Pattaya, and you know what? Most people here don't have to go to work at 9 o'clock in the morning, so you can usually watch the games you want to watch. Come watch them with us.